Yeah, Collin!
So what category is he in?
Got this, bro!
Yeah, you got it. Woo!
All right, Collin! Oh, that's hard to capture.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Someone requested that I do a little bike walkthrough, bike check thing, and I was going to do it on my phone, but the colors ain't just looking right, so I figured I'd use the GoPro. Might as well get right down to it, because I have a feeling it's going to be a long one. I do a lot of stuff to like customize my bike to me, and that stuff like really makes a difference, because some people say that nomads can't climb, or they can't go downhill the way they want to, so you get a bike and don't set it up for what you're riding. Get it set up to you. Get it set up to how you ride and how you prefer things. And leave weight aside, because that don't matter when it comes down to performance. Never give up performance for weight. Or, I don't know if I said that right, but you get the point. Yeah, I guess I'll start from the front. I got a Fox 36 2018 fork. It's got a 2019 Grip 2 damper and a 2019 air spring, and the Vorsprung loop cap installed in there as well, and that is on 170 millimeters of travel, but I only get like 155 because of all the negative travel that that is used to keep the fork more sensitive, so it works out fine. Pretty awesome fork, super sensitive, and probably the best functioning fork you'll ever feel if you get it set up like this. I got 203 rotors, of course, front and rear. Fancy Shimano ones. They've always done me well, and I always stick with them. Paired that up with some Saint calipers with some jagwire lines on XTR levers, of course. So I did that swap out a week ago, and it has been incredible. Just did a Mount Wilson shuttle yesterday, and just had loads of braking power, and was able to use all that reserve power as well. It's nice with no brake fade, no brake noise, and being on the brakes heavy for minutes on end, and then all of a sudden needing to pull a lever in even further and still having that reserve power, I guess you'd call it. Wheels, I got the Santa Cruz Reserve 37 rims, laced up to Industry 9 torch hubs. Works quite well. No brake rub. I've never had brake rub. I'm a nut about that. I don't think I did anything else to the fork. I got a King Creek Hellbender headset with the taller stack headset spacer cone, I guess you could say, and that's cut like right there on the fork. So I'm getting a lot of clamping power from my renthal apex stem that I just got on there as well. But I took the black bolts off the off my race face stem and put it on here because the renthal comes with silver ones. Swapped it out. Got a Fox Kashima coated top cap on there because, you know, full factory. I got race face next R bars. Got a couple stickers on there. I'm not too much of a sticker guy, but hey, love Shimano and I love Fox, and it's blue, so good as it gets. They are 25 mil rise, 5 degrees up sweep, 8 degrees back. I'm sorry, 35 millimeter rise, because I tried out the 20 millimeters before. They weren't working for me, so I gave them to my buddy over here, and that's working well. Frame, got the Santa Cruz Nomad carbon, not the CC. I ended up getting a smoking deal on this, even though they don't sell the C frame alone, but I got a really good deal at it. So I got that frame, built this up. Yeah, it's working really well. I cracked a other one, you probably see on my other videos on the channel. Cracked it like right in here. They warranted it, no problem. And I'm on my third wheel now. Their warranty is great. They're really good with that. Good communication. Got some other reserve wheels over here if anyone's interested. Anyway, moving on. I got Fox 2018 Fox Float X2 shock, 2 volume spacers. I've spent a lot of time tuning the shock just for me, and it feels incredible as far as like my sags at 20%, and then my dynamic travel usage, I guess, is at like 80%. So basically what I do to set up my suspension is I set my sag and then I set my travel usage. So I'll hop on the bike, ride it down the street, and try to use as much travel as I can without the bike coming off the ground. So put all your force into the bike and check your O-ring, see how much you're using. And sometimes your sag will be even front and rear, but then your travel usage, as I call it, it's my own technique, works really well. That'll be off. So you tune that with volume spacers. So I got that set up perfectly even and wrote all those numbers down just so I don't forget them. So yeah, that shock's great. I got the real world cycling needle bearing kit in there, and it's pretty easy to install. Just shove the thing in a vise and set the spacers in there. That thing is a huge upgrade to how plush the thing is and how much breakaway force you could feel when you're super slowly cycling the suspension. Pretty good. Bottom bracket, got a race face, standard race face bottom bracket. It's like 70 something bucks, so pretty good. I had the E13 bottom bracket on there before, and I think it's for a downhill bike because it's got like a bunch of seals in there and it's just like way too much resistance. So got the race face one in there, matched it up with the cranks, and it's way better. This thing back pedals like a beast. No power loss there, even though I have the chain guide on there. About that, yep, I got the LG1, I guess you could call it. Chain guide, and bash guard. The original one kind of comes down to like here and like wraps around the chain, and I put that on, sat on the bike, and the frame came up and broke it. So I put the, I forget what bash guard it is that comes with this one. Fits right on, so swap that out, no problem. If you're running this setup on a Nomad, you're probably gonna have to play around this spacing a little bit, and then the bash guard, put the 32 tooth one on there. Anything smaller, this thing's gonna hit the ground when you bottom out before the bash guard. Moving back, I got my customized chain slapper device, I guess. It is some foam tape from Home Depot covered with flex tape. So it's got like really good squishy compounds to it. And then got some like foam tubing up in here to protect the chain up there, so the bike is ridiculously quiet. I kind of took this idea from Specialized and just kind of did my own thing on it, and I really don't care about looks, I just care about performance. So that thing works really well. XTR derailleur, shifter, XTR cables, the blue ones, of course, gotta match it all up, stay factory. Back wheel, got a decent amount of lube in there, it's not too loud, pretty good. E13 cassette. 11 speed with a YBN 11 speed chain. It's titanium nitride coated. It's kind of like the KMC Gold, but it doesn't have hollow inner links like the KMC Gold does. But it's really good. Takes a long time to wear it out. And for my derailleur, I customized that one a little bit. I played around. Here, let me get in the lower gear for a second, or higher gear. Don't forget it, kids. High gear, high speed, low gear, and low speed. Don't forget it. So I put the derailleur, you can see right up in there, you got the little pin slot for, let's see if I can get my finger in there. There you go. You got the pin slot for the actual cage tension. I took the whole thing apart and put it on the, gosh dang it, get out of my way, spokes. I put it on the higher tension setting. That way I can loosen up the clutch a little bit, not put as much strain on the clutch. I did get a new clutch in there when I did that just to start things fresh. And I got the Wolf cage, derailleur cage, I guess you could call it. And it's got an eccentric offset guide pulley, so that helps with chain wrap and helps big time with shifting, because it's actually shifting into the next gear, you know, further forward on the cassette rather than like back here where it is stock. So it puts it forward a little bit, and when you're shifting right there, it's actually less stress on the whole drivetrain, so it shifts better and more chain wrap, so your whole drivetrain will last longer, more engagement, so on. The only thing SRAM on my bike, I am not proud to say it, but it works well. I got a SRAM, I put a narrow wide 12 tooth tension pulley on here just to quiet things down and space things out a little bit so I can dial in my chain tension a little better. So that thing works really well. It's a little secret I did. And in case you didn't know, all ceramic derailleurs come with ceramic bearing pulleys. So don't let the people fool you saying, oh, you need ceramic pulley. No, they already come with ceramic bearings. So yeah, that's working well. Put a little tape in between the contact areas on the cassette to quiet things down and give it a better engagement. If any of you guys out there know how these cassettes work, you can shove a little tape on the contact areas when you tighten the cassette onto the larger cog, and it seems to grab really well. So keeping that. Yep, same caliper, metal pads in the back, same thing. High flow cables, works well. Seat post, got the 1-up 170mm, working really well. I've been thinking about getting the bike yoke 185 travel, but just because I like the way the Santa Cruz designed these super short seat post, seat stay. So, I mean, I got room for 185 if I wanted it. I run my seat pretty high because I come from a big cross-country background with that Cannondale back there. So, and I run my seat pretty angled forward just because I'm a cross-country guy. Levers, I got them pointed like at the ground because when you're riding your bike standing up, you got your hands, you want your levers facing straight with the flow of your arm, so that way your wrist isn't all over the place. So on top of that support, I got fabric grips with a big palm pad over here, which gives you a lot of support. If you've never ridden these, buy them. Just go and buy them. These are the Ergon GA3s. Best grips you'll ever own. Guarantee it. No more arm fatigue and all that crap. So, yeah. ODI metal barns, because I'm always putting my bike on the ground. Not crashing, but, you know, just laying it down. SGG duster seat, titanium rails. Seems to work really good. Santa Cruz seat clamp, working good. Race face neck star cranks. Got the Fanatic Co. decal kit on there, which isn't that high quality because it doesn't even stick that well, and it doesn't cover all the old decal, so I don't know, but it's on there, it's protecting, so that's good. I got a race face 30 tooth sprocket. It's perfect for the cassette range because it goes down to a 9 tooth in the back, so that works really well. Let's see, what else did I miss? Handlebars, grips, got that. Oh yeah, I took some of the same foam tubing in here and wrapped it around the cable on the inside of the frame right here. Quiet things down even more. So I just cut that out. It's the cheapest way to get your bike even quieter is sound deadening. So I spent a lot of time making sure this bike's gonna make no noise, and it doesn't. So that works well. Tires, I'm stuck on maxxis. I've been stuck on maxxis for a while. 2.6 front and rear, DHF in the front, the fancy Max Terra exo casing, tubeless ready, blah blah blah, triple compound. Same thing in the rear, but DHR. Works well, lots of tire profile, lots of tread spacing. Seems to work really good with these 37mm wide rims. So the only thing I'm bummed about is that the wider that maxxis tire gets, the smaller they make their knobbies, which kind of bums me out. WTB, for example, their knobbies are just as big on their 2.3s compared to their 2.6, so I might try those out next, so stay tuned, I'll let you know. But these tires work really well. Of course I have cush core. I swear by cush core. Saves me left and right all the time. Yeah, works really well. 18 psi in the front, 22.5 in the rear, and that seems to grip up real good. Never roll tires, none of that crazy stuff. Crazy turning traction with these rims, I'll tell you what. It is nuts, man. You can hook corners like nothing ever before. Hope I didn't miss anything. Let me know in the comments or something like that. Kind of I've been trying to do this during the day, but it never works out, so got my light set up. Yeah, whoever was requesting this, here you go. And if I missed anything, let me know. Yep. Safe riding.
Oh, yeah?
session format. Get comfortable so they can throw more tricks. They're allowed to take their tricks just format. Collin Timmermans, 11 feet.
Yeah.